Ya'ate, Navajo Code Talkers. I'm General Jim Mattis, saluting my fellow Marines on this special day. You Code Talkers are warriors, proved in the toughest battles our Corps has ever fought. You carved a legacy for America as strong and as tall as the four sacred mountains of the Navajo Nation. By your exemplary performance of duty, you set the standards for all Marines since the Pacific Campaign. Because all young Marines today know that they will face nothing tougher than you with your warrior spirits overcame on the battlefield. In the words of the Marines' hymn, you kept your honor clean as you defended our great nation, setting a warrior's example for your comrades on those Pacific Islands, an example still resonating today. I can never see a turquoise stone without recalling humbly and proudly the service of each of you and every Navajo who serves in our military. In the finest tradition you set for our entire nation, thank you, Code Talkers. I salute you. Hagoni Shuidi.
Over 200 Navajo Code Talkers participated on the landing of Iwo Jima. 5th Marine Division were on the north side of the island. A company of Marines were pinned down real badly. They were being fired upon from 3 different directions. Mortar shells were being dropped down. They were hunkering desperately in their foxhole. Company commander wrote down a message asking for help, handed to a Navajo Code Talker. This is what the Navajo Code Talker said. This is the actual message that was sent on Iwo. De be ana hachim bi dat is tahi de na sonse taji kochim sita sa ta hasta na ki shash. What does that mean? This is what he said in Navajo. Sheep, eyes, nose, deer, destroyer, tea, mouse, turkey, onion, sick horse, 3, 6, 2, bear. As each Navajo word came through the air, the Code Talker down at the beach command post, he writes it down in English. What did he write down? Send demolition team to hill 362B. There were 3 hills on the north side, 362A, 362B, and 362C. Beneath 362B was the problem. This message took 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, Beach Command Post organized a rescue team to save that company of Marines. If that message was sent in English code, it would have taken 30 minutes. 20 seconds in Navajo, 30 minutes in English code. Those guys pinned down on north side didn't have 30 minutes. Without Navajo, Marines would never have taken the island of Iwo Jima. That's how critical Navajo code was to the war in the Pacific. And we should never forget what war is. War is something that nobody wants. It's bad, it's ugly. But so long as we are together, no matter what nationality you are, if you are American and love this country, we all have to stick together to keep this nation strong. Our freedom and liberty means so much, meant so much for those who never made it home. So it's up to us now to keep this nation strong and prosperous. In the early part of World War II, the enemy was breaking every military code that was being used in the Pacific. This created a huge problem. Eventually, a suggestion was made in early 1942 to use Navajo language as a code. Marine Corps recruited 29 young Navajos. They were just asked, you want to join the Marines? You want to fight the enemy? Come join the Marines. After going through boot camp, combat training, Marine Corps Communications School, they were separated from all the rest of the Marines, took them to a top secret location just east of San Diego, Camp Elliott. That's where they created a military code to be used in the Pacific. On August 7, 1942, 1st Marine Division hit the beach on the beaches of Guadalcanal with 15 Navajo code talkers. This was the first battle where the Navajo code was to be tested in actual battle, to see how our memory would be under heavy enemy fire. General Vandergrift, commander of the 1st Marine Division, sent word back to the United States saying, this Navajo code is terrific. The enemy never understood it, he said. We don't understand it either, but it works. Send us some more Navajos. Eventually, by the time the war ended, 1945, there were 400 of us that went to war. What we did truly represents who we are as Americans. America, we know, is composed of diverse community. We have different languages, different skills, different talents, and different religion. But when our way of life is threatened, freedom and liberty that we all cherish, we come together as one. And when we come together as one, we are invincible. We cannot be defeated.
I went to recruiting office in Gallup, New Mexico. I enlisted in the Marine Corps. I went through the boot camp like everybody else. They were pretty strict. They sent me to a confidential area. I walk in, here's a whole bunch of Navajos. The Sergeant Benali says, you're here at Code Talker School. You're going to be a code talker. You're going to help us. October, I was in code school. By November, 5th Marine Division activated. By December, I was already assigned out there, the combat unit. So finally, we head out overseas. We're going somewhere. They told us we're going to Tokyo. We work every day. We memorize and send messages as fast as we can. In February, we were told we're supposed to land on Iwo Jima, February 19th, 1945. There were bombing, strafing by the airplane. The first group, they were hand-to-hand fighting. It was really terrible. I had an awful feeling. And the first shot, one of the code talkers got killed. 5 code talkers were wounded, and there were 33 of us assigned to 5th Marine Division. So it was really sad and scary. You don't know where the motor's going to land. Or you get shot from sniper. I had no feeling at all when I landed with my unit. Just keep low, go in and fix up communication equipment, the radio. We sent close to 800 messages. There were no mistake. That's how we work as a code talker. But you always remember what you did, all the things you went through. You went from place to place on the ship, And there were Japanese submarine, there were suicide. I know I became so sad that nothing had happened to me. I was protected by the Marine. They were protecting us, we're protecting them. I was lucky, but some didn't get lucky like those got killed on the beach.
The Young Marines program wants to honor the service and sacrifice of the Navajo Code Talkers again this year. 79 years ago, the first 29 Code Talkers signed up for duty with the United States Marine Corps and for combat operations in the Pacific Theater during World War II, followed by hundreds of others. The Code Talkers were the key to our nation's success during that dark time frame of our nation's history. 39 years ago, President Reagan honored those Code Talkers, and we continue to honor them ever since on August 14th each year. And I understand this year that the Arizona government has also made Code Talker Day an official holiday. Thank you again for all you've done, for your families, and for everything you did to contribute to this nation's success and the examples of leadership and dedication that you provide to the Young Marines program, to our youth and our adult volunteers. We wish we could be at Window Rock this year with you, but we understand that we'll see you live in 2022. In the meantime, we hope you have an opportunity to see last year's Telly Award-winning documentary of Code Talker Day by the Young Marine program in honor of everything they've done. Hoorah, Semper-Fi for the Young Marines program.